The building is an amazing building, but it was built with a philosophy about really building a healthy and innovative learning space for the students. So that's really where the design of the building actually grew out of, and it's been a great project. We've had a great project team, the contractor, the architects, all of the subcontractors have been a part of it, our faculty, our staff, our students have all had a voice in how the design came out and everything. So we did reach LEED Platinum. We did not set out to build a LEED Platinum building. We set out, again, to build an innovative learning space to meet the needs of students for the 21st century. The concept that we really want to portray is a flexible and dynamic and healthy learning environment for the students. Good air quality in a room, good lighting in a room, and good temperature. Those are really three major variables that impact learning. You know, getting away from the tablet arm desk all in row concept and more to an ergonomically designed environment for the students. Here it is. We have the twin enthalpy wheels on the second floor. They bring fresh air into the building at 300% times the normal rate, or what's required for fresh air into a building. And so we have no operable windows in the building, but it feels like you're outside. The air is really healthy, and they're energized when they come in. Now, I'm sure that the air is just one element. I think the colors on the wall, I think the lighting, we have a lot of natural lighting, again, another element that's really important in learning. So I don't think it's any one particular element. I think it's all of the elements that contribute to a healthy, I call it learning ecosystem. So it's really a fun place to be. The colors are a combination of colors from the estuary around. If you look outside, you know, we're really close to the bay here, so the blue and the greens kind of simulate that. The red, orange, and yellows that you'll see in the learning spaces actually help stimulate learning, being more alert, being more awake type colors. But also are the colors when the trees change, you know, from fall into spring. And so those are all natural colors that you see outside as well. So the idea was to bring the outside in, and we do have some spaces outside that students can go and move the classroom outside as well. The curriculum that we are developing and that we have here at Olone College is we've just completed an associate degree for environmental studies, which is kind of a general degree encompassing many of the different elements of the environmental studies programs and some of the curriculum, such as the photovoltaic, water technician, wind technician. We're looking into more marine biology and more just around the environmental studies and terminology, so that if somebody's in the sales force, even administration, administrators as well as clerical people need to start understanding the environmental issues that are a big part of a company. We have had things with our math faculty use environmental examples for math problems. Our economics instructor has a component on sustainability. It's not an easy thing. I mean, you don't want to push it on people, but we're finding that organically it's starting to happen more and more. So more faculty are thinking, oh, I can do this or I can do that. And the other curriculum that we're in the process of looking into is sustainable landscaping. Well, when you talk about sustainability, I mean, sustainability is one of those buzzwords that encompasses a lot of different things. When you talk about it related to the environment itself, for instance, we have recycling centers throughout the campus, and we encourage students to use those whenever possible. We have things where we have given faculty and staff a reusable mug. We're trying to go as paperless as possible, and when we do print, we use recycled paper. So those are the kinds of things we're doing. Our cleaning supplies are all green, and then we look to do whatever we can for conserving energy. We have the solar system on the roof of the building, and then we have a great staff of facilities who take care of the building as far as making sure if we don't need lights on, that the lights get turned off and things like that. This grassy area, you see those three signs down there, right behind that's the bioswale. All of the water runoff from the building and the parking lots filters through there, and then it goes out to where you see it in the stormwater retention pond out there. The college owns the property all the way to the railroad tracks out there.
Wow.
So we have about another 50 acres. It's become, it's a slow transition, but more and more we're living more sustainable within the building itself. We incorporated, all recycled materials as much as possible, carpet, low VOC paints, the denim insulation, and then we set aside some land, added a bus route, added some carpool stalls for students to use. The geothermal is what they call a horizontal loop system. It's 26 miles of coils that are actually underground about 12 feet in the front part of the campus, and that helps with working with our heat and cool pumps in the building and helps with heat and cooling the building when we need to. The geothermal works by the ground actually acting as an insulator. On average, we probably produce about 50% of our own energy. Certain days of the year, we do send electricity back to the grid. So when you look at what we're doing here on the campus, we have, the earth helping us with the energy conservation and the sun helping to produce energy, as well as the air that's coming in and out of the building with the enthalpy wheels. It's a very efficient way to heat or cool the building as well. But there's a whole list of different LEED certification elements that go into it, and the buying task lighting, for instance. Like I said, setting aside an acre of land to match the footprint that you build on. Doing things like that bring consciousness about the environment. Me participating in educational tours and things like that, those are all part of what you do to reach that platinum level. For me, the most exciting piece of it is to listen to the faculty and students talk about what they're doing in their classes about environmental issues, and or just the students' response to being on this campus and wishing that the Fremont campus had a lot of these factors, and we're working towards that. That's the ideal. But as you mentioned earlier, it's challenging, budget, and then taking a building that's 40 years old and trying to update it to the standards of something like this is a huge challenge for any district to take on. But the fact that there's a conversation about it and that awareness about what we should be doing as educational institutions, to me, that's a huge plus. Because oftentimes, people look for us for that leadership. And we feel we did that here at Olone, so we're proud of what we've done.